Hi folks, here we are at the AACA Fall Meet. This is in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's a big swap meet, car show, car corral, all the good stuff. Hi folks, here we are up in the Chocolate Field North. This is at the AACA Fall Hershey Swap Meet in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is one of a 5-part of a series here that we're going to do because we got 5 different fields, so it'll be 5 different videos. So we'll start walking around here, show you what there is. There's automotive, there's gas related, there's bicycles, toys, all kinds of cool stuff. So just enjoy the video. Now we're going to start up here. We're way up in the, I believe, the eastern end. You can see the giant center off in the background, kind of up at the intersection here with the big 4-way intersection. And here's a 54 Ford Skyliner glass top. There's your information there, 2200. Notice it's got the glass top. That's what makes it a little more valuable. Looks like a good little project. A little rust around the edges, but looks like a barn find. You're going to hear some of those things ding-a-linging around there. That's electric golf carts and stuff that put a little chain or tin can or something to make some noise so they don't run into somebody or get run over themselves. Here's a 14T replica. It says all electric easy-go drivetrain. It's kind of weird, huh? And we got a Toronado and stuff over there. We'll jump onto the other side and show you a bunch of bicycle parts here. We're going to show you as much on the prices and information as we can. Some of them don't have prices and some of them don't have phone numbers, but a lot of them will. This guy doesn't happen to have any phone numbers on these. We got 7,500 on the Toronado and 14.5 on the little Model A hot rod right there. It's got a 265 Chevy engine in it. 475 on the Model T go-kart. He's got all kinds of little vehicles back in there. Even got a motorcycle back in there. Looks like the motorcycle is, well, I can't read the price from that distance. We got $450 on the bicycle there. Elgin girls bike. Kind of an interesting motorcycle there too with a sidecar on it. I guess it's $850, but it's a fake one. It's got like a wooden engine on it. It's not a real motorcycle. It's more like garage art. And we're just kind of pan around here. You see all kinds of oil cans, signs, stuff like that. Here's a 39 Buick convertible. Price is $37.5 on that one. It's really nice, all restored. Nice tan top, maroon interior. There's your information on it. Wow, I guess it says original paint. That's hard to believe. I figured it was restored. But they're saying original paint, so that thing is just a really nice original, apparently. Hard to believe with it looking that good, isn't it? Well, you'll see some antiques and stuff. Here's a book press here. See what the price is on that. Kind of a nice cast iron one there. $3.95. Got all designs cast into the metal. And it gets some advertisement stuff. So you'll see some antiques, you'll see mostly automotive stuff. You got 85 on the picture there, looks like a basketball team. Here's an early game board there, kind of cool, a gas station attendant uniform there, pure oil on it. One-piece uniform. Nice Cadillac air cleaner there. 1,800 on that for the dual carb setup.
What, Mom?
And here's a Buddy L train. We got the caboose and the locomotive and the tender. $14.50 on the locomotive and tender. Really clean caboose as well. And here's a transmission here. See what the price is on this one. $2,400. Probably I was gonna say it's either Cadillac or LaSalle. It says 37 LaSalle on it. Well, here's the Pierce Arrow Museum and Society. There's a 29 Pierce Arrow here. Great looking car. So not all the cars will be stuff that's for sale here. Some's just on show. Some of them are waiting. There's a huge car show, one of the best ones in the world actually, which we're also going to do a video there. But you'll see all kinds of stuff around. So some people are just driving them for fun. Some of them are for show and some of them are for sale. $450 on the pair of Model A doors there, 3031. They got a marked truck, but they'll fit a truck or a pickup or a 2-door sedan. This is kind of cool here. Ford cylinder reamer with guide. Nice early tool there. We got a Jeep grill there for $250. And looks like a Model T center door sedan there. You don't see those around every day. Kind of harder to find body style. And that one's a brass one too. Nice early Model T. Looks like that one's just here for show. Got a little Corvette go-kart body there, $250 on that. Fiberglass. Jump ahead here a little ways. Got a really windy day, so there's a lot of people moving their stuff around. I should say, not really covering it up, but moving their stuff so it doesn't get damaged. Got a couple Cushmans here. Look at the Wayne Newell stock valve cover there, cast aluminum, $150 on that. Here's your Cushmans. That one there on the end, you can see the phone number there. I don't know if there's any prices on them or not. They got prices on the parts. $25, $5, $15, $20 on the seat frame. It says $30 on that chassis. So if you need any Cushman parts, you can get a hold of that guy. This guy's got a bunch of headlights, and he has a 58 or 9 Chevy truck grill there. $200 on the grill, kind of a nice patina one. And we got some hood ornaments and stuff down that way. But we're going to keep scooting along here. There's more Piacero stuff. There's a grill bezel. So that's kind of a cool sign there for $300. And we got some books and stuff. If you're into automotive history, you can read some of that in those books. Now we got another Piacero here. This one is sold. Nice Pierce sedan there. And it looks like another Piacero grill there on the ground. That's $125. A couple of Mercedes grills there as well. One of those is $150. $40 a piece in the parking meters. Now this guy always brings a massive collection of stuff here. This is about a 60 by 40 tent. And he brings all kinds of hand tools. Look at all the axes and everything. He always brings a giant display. He must have quite a crew of people working with him. Look at all the horns, automotive horns. All kinds of machinist tools. Some blacksmith stuff here. See what we got for a price on some of these. This one's $100. You'll see one of the bigger ones there, $135 on that larger one. Pretty cool stuff. There's a Stanley wood plane there. And there's all kinds of different tools and stuff in here. Some wood chisels. Wrenches. Here's some Planet Junior, some of the farm wrenches and stuff. But anyway, you can see all kinds of people paw through this stuff. There's this quite a giant selection here, so people have fun looking through piles of stuff and searching for something they like. That's Tool City right there. Look at all the jacks over there on the far tables. These are all engine cranks. And those are all jacks up there. Pretty cool. See that amount of them in one spot. We see a lot of tools out west. I really, where we are in South Dakota, I really don't get into them too much, but I probably should at some point. But I don't really want to end up with that many of them. I know this guy's got all kinds of motorcycle stuff here. That's $6,400 on the little Vespa. This is Dave Wasserman there. You can see him with the hat on back there. But he's always got kind of cool motorcycle gear and collectibles. Look at all the cast iron motorcycles in the case there. This is kind of cool here, a little Ford Japanese tin that's been customized, look like. And he's got bicycles and all kinds of stuff here. A lot of cool stuff. Got a Columbia there. Look at the big sneaker there, the advertising sneaker. That's cool. And we got more bicycle stuff over on this side. All kinds of parts and pieces. There's some of the Batwing headlights for the J.C. Higgins. It's that same headlight that's always missing. There's a Schwinn cycle truck frame there. That's kind of a delivery bicycle. I've got one myself. And we got a tandem bike there. That's an early one. Notice the chain. You can steer it from the rear because there's a chain with a cable that goes to the rear handlebars. Kind of interesting that way. Oh, we got some carburetors back there. There's a little pump back there, air pump for an early car. 25 bucks. It's cheap enough. There's a big headlight right there. Big mid-teens headlight. Brass painted black over it for 40 bucks. There's an arrow light there. 2 arrow lights there, 15 bucks a piece. Those are cheap. So you'll see prices like that that are, you know, cheap, reasonable. They want to move the stuff on, and you'll see other prices where they don't want to sell it too bad. $3.50 on the hood scoop. But on a place this size, you're liable to see, you know, prices all over the board because it's different people from all different areas of the country. They value different things differently, so it just all kind of depends on where they're coming from. See these fender guides? Here's those little markers there. Those are an example. Those are $195, but I bought a pair here for 20 bucks. So, you know, you just got to keep looking, look for what you want. Got 100 a quarter on the Hemi valve covers there. The guy's got all kinds of stuff in there. Well, over here we got a 37 Ford Coupe. I don't see a price on that one. I do see a phone number. I'll show you. I'll do a quick walk around because there's a guy taking a picture. It's got some paint chipping and peeling around the edges, but a pretty good little coupe right there. Pretty good condition. And we'll get a little shot of their phone number there. There you go. If you're interested in that one, you can give them a ring. And over here we got a Ford Thunderbird. See if this one's got a price. Yep, this one's priced as well. This one is $35,000. It's 1960. There's your information. And it's a convertible. Got the convertible top on it. Pretty good looking car. There it is. And look at this guy's wagon. You see a lot of cool custom wagons getting pulled around here. That one's made out of an old amusement park ride or something. Oh, we got some early steps here. Look at those Cadillac. That's the reproduction one. And that's the old one. Looks like they reproduced it from that. You got to have one as a mold to go from, I guess. Cadillac air cleaner there. 1941. Kind of pace over here. We got a Mercer here. You don't see these around every day. Mercer Speedster here. These were kind of a competitor to Stutz and some of those companies. Really nice car. This one's kind of a patina build. And there's their information if you're looking for it. Really valuable cars. This one's got a good look to it. I think they've kind of built it up, but put a faux patina on it. 175 grand on that one. Pretty nice car though. Maybe a fun one to cruise around in. We also did a video up at the Coker collection in Tennessee, and there was several of those early Mercers and Stutzes and some of those makes, early raceabouts and stuff. If you want to catch that video as well. Look at all the speed equipment for early Fords there. Flathead stuff. This guy gets all kinds of, a lot of heavy on the 40 Ford stuff, but lots of 30s and 40s. Ford pieces and parts. And he's got 800 on the dash there. And the grill here is 400 in the ground. So prices vary, but much of that stuff is Ford. Or just about all of it, I guess. I guess the parts along here. A nice early trunk there for 200 bucks. Got the cooler there for 100. Doesn't have any name on it, but you can paint whatever you want on there. These are some fender trim for Fleetline Chevys, like 46 to 7, 8 era. Aero coupes, Aero sedans and stuff. And we got some taillights there for GM wagons. 280 on that one with the bracket and 155 on the one without it. Some people just pulling with stuff in the back of the pickup like that there. All kinds of more modern pieces and parts in there. Oh, you got a nice grill guard, tri-bar or 3-bar grill guard there. Nice wide one on the ground. Got a good looking rocker can there. This one is viscosaline. I don't see a tag on it. Might have to ask him on that one. He's got all kinds of trim and gauges and little lights, interior lights, spotlights, you name it. This is a cool piece here. It's like a spotlight handle, but it's on a mirror. So you can adjust the mirror. There's a good looking banjo wheel there. Not sure what that one fits. Maybe somebody can tell us in the video. But anyway, got all kinds of stuff here under the tent. There's a Diamond T truck foot ornament there, 1940s. 37 Packard taillight. And some tools. Well, he's got 900 on the rocker can that we saw, but this is an unusual piece. This is a Motor Truck Company, VIM, 1918 to 23. I don't think you'll see one of those very often. Real small radiator, kind of interesting for an early truck. And he's got all kinds of pieces out here. Look at all the radio deletes here. Silver Streak, 40 Pontiac, Plymouth, Chrysler, you name it. All kinds of mixed manufacturers. Look at the 1978 Ford LTD and Fiesta. Cool stuff. Now we got some early V8 Ford stuff. Got some 33.4 hoods. Got a really clean door there. Nice black original paint, but that's a right-hand door. For 34, $12.50 on that. Got some 32 grills here. That's a clean one on the end here, all painted up, ready to go. 1,900 bucks. Got some F1 shock mounts there, 80 bucks a pair. Those are popular for hot rodding. There we go. Another booth of miscellaneous here, toys and advertisements and stuff. That's a cool plug cleaning. You can blast off your plugs, 500 bucks on that. The AC piece with the advertising on it. Nice little metal craft there. That's the pure oil truck. I've got one like that that's really minty. Always like that streamlined variation of the metal crafts. There's a few more metal crafts back there. 280 on the Kroger one there, the orange one. 250 on the Heinz. Now we got a Goodyear piece there. It has all the letters and the flying shoe there for 2,500 on that. Headline or a headlight alignment tester there, 275. I've had those a couple times. Nice barbershop sign there, porcelain one for $8.50. $9.50 on the American Express. $8.50 on the big Golf, and $4,500 on the big Shell porcelain one there. And this guy's got some early parts in here. Look at the early cylinder heads here. 40 horsepower. Got a bunch of them there. Look at the big brass lights there, big brass headlights. Nice brass radiator there. That one is 1,000 bucks. Some early wheels. It's where you find this early stuff if you need it. There isn't a lot of this at most swap meets, but come to a place like this, you can see all kinds of it. Yeah, looks like we got some Model A parts here. There's a coupe or roadster pickup fender there, 60 bucks. 100 bucks on the cowl section. Got some rust in the bottom. 100 bucks a piece on the front fenders, 50 on the headlight bar, 200 on the hood there. We got a couple pedal cars here, 300 on the Fire Chief, 100 on the blue one. Nice Whizzer bike there. It's a motor bike adapter they put onto a Dayton frame. And we got $7.50 on the Willard battery sign or display there. The curved Sky Chief sign there for $4.50. $800 on the other one, the flat one. All kinds of signage and stuff back in there. $6.50 on the Golf sign there. $200 on this Golf sign. And they got a big bus there they're cruising around in. This guy's got all kinds of horns and stuff there. Just kind of pan around, show you what there is. All kinds of miscellaneous on the tarp here, $1 a piece. Now we got all kinds of Model A parts here. $7.50 for a pair of 30-31 fenders. These are $29. See, what I'm telling you is the difference in a coupe and sedan right here. See how wide those are and how these are narrowed. We've told you a couple times, but the other thing I can show you is the difference between 30-31, where you got this running board cut out here, which has really got an L shape to it, and 28.9 has kind of a smaller curved cutout. That's for your splash apron that goes to your running board. That's one way you can tell the difference on those 2 years. This guy's got all kinds of stuff: doors, grills, fenders. Looks like 185 on those, 275 on this one here, real clean one, 165 on a 1930 grills. This is 33 or 4 front fender brackets there. They're usually missing a little tip off there, which those are 125. But he's got all kinds of cool stuff. Look at the convertible window frame there. Probably for a late 30s. It's $500, all Ford stuff. Some 28.9 Roadster doors there, Model A. $13.50 on the Coke cooler. Got some more Model A stuff in here. Nice clean radiator there. $475 on that. Yeah, looks like this guy has all kinds of Ford stuff here, Ford truck stuff. Sets of hubcaps for the foil drive with the cutout there for the front hub. Got a grill there. Got some more hubcaps over this way. And some dash inserts for gauge clusters. $3.50 on the Ranger grill on the bottom there. Nice set of wood spoke wheels here. These look like they've been all restored there. 32 Plymouth, $500 for a set of 5. Man, looks like a Ford convertible over here. This one's got the accessory wire wheels. Continental kit, all kinds of cool stuff. I don't see a price on it though. Now we got some Buick dual side mount spare tire covers there. $45 for the pair. That's cheap enough. I got some pitting and need a little rust repair, but that's I also saw a pair here for $1,200. So 55 Olds fenders, $275 for the pair. We got barking dogs coming up here. Set of 4 caddy hubcaps there, $150. And we got a 5-window Roadster fiberglass trunk lid there for $100. 40 Pontiac convertible door there, $200. A new fiberglass 3-window lid there for $100. $800 for the pair of Wyland heads. Yeah, we got some garnish moldings and all kinds of pieces and parts. Even got a 37 Chrysler hood there. You don't see those very often. A bunch of chauffeur badges in there. Yeah, looks like we got some pedal cars here all primed up, ready to paint. Somebody gave up on their projects. Over here we got the Brookville Roadster place. They got all the 32 Ford stuff. Frames and bodies all made up out of steel. Got a 2-door Phaeton there. Got a Roadster body, you name it. Over on this side we got some, that one's in Oakland on the end here. What's kind of cool about this one too, I've told you a few times on the videos about the golf bag door, and that's what that is, and that kind of shows you how it works. Throw your golf bag right in that little side door there. Back when that was the main entertainment, before all the electronics and stuff, people would play golf. Got a Pontiac sedan here. I don't know, I guess I don't see any price. That one's a 37. I don't see any prices or anything, so these maybe just for show. I'm not really sure. This one's 1940. 4-door sedan, and we got a 52 Tin Woody station wagon there. Here's the rest of the Brookville stuff. There's a 3-window coupe they make over there. So they're located in Ohio. So if you're looking for any hot rod stuff or 32 stuff, they'd be the ones to go to. But this is their 3-window coupe body that they've welded together here. That one's all assembled. They're all steel. They're pretty nicely made. We got some more advertising here. The Pickwick Ale is kind of cool. The food store sign over there is 700. That's porcelain. Look at the bowling guy there. It's kind of cool. And we get some oil cans and stuff in here. Got City Service there on the ground. Lollipop base, $9.75 on that. $3.50 on the Snellenberg's can there. $1.75 on the ocean liner with the boat on it. Look at all the door handles, window cranks, all that kind of stuff. Got some cool stuff here. I get some early non-skid tires there. That's the tread. It says non-skid on there. Kind of cool. We got 3 1/4 on the 3-deuce setup there. 3 carburetors on there. $30 each on these Model A wheels right there. Rear spring for $30. Get some Model T steering wheels hanging from the posts there. This guy has some Divco stuff here. Maybe I've bought stuff from him in the past. I'll check him out here. And he's got Model T stuff and some early automotive. All kinds of speedometers, tail lights. $50 a piece on those carburetors right there. $160 on the all wooden steering wheel. Well, we got a little Falcon convertible here. This one is 25 grand. I'll show you the guy's number there. His name is John. Good looking little Falcon. Got a blue interior, white car. Nice looking little convertible there. And we got some bikes and a Roadster on the other side, Model A Roadster and stuff, but that stuff, he's got music going over there, so we're going to skip that spot. Now we got all kinds of early lights and stuff over on this side. Look at the big Ford porcelain V8 sign. That's cool back there. Just kind of pan over this stuff. Nice Dodge DeSoto Dodge trucks. Big porcelain sign, 9,500 on that one, curved on the ends. Great looking sign. 6,500 on the home gas. Look at the Plymouth one over there. That's a nice one. Got the white rose here for 4,500 on that one. That's a really nice one there. The Plymouth. Look at the Chrysler motors with the tree. Standardized quality, it says. And that would light up. It's got some really nice signs there. And we got an Airflow here. This one is 30,900. It's got the skirts on it. Good looking older restoration, looks like. Nice fog lights on there. No information as far as a phone number or anything. Good looking Airflow though. Well, and here we got a Model A Roadster. Price is $17,000. There's all your information there. Good looking older restoration on that one. And we'll just scoot down the aisle here a little bit. There's some skirts on the ground here. $85 looks like on the 60 Ford skirts. $95 on the Pennzoil pump can there. Now we got a little Suzuki motorcycle here, GT750. There's all the information on it. $2,900 it says. Runs good. And here's an impressive piece here, a Cord. I believe that's an L29 Cord. It's a front wheel drive. You can see all the drive mechanism up in the front with the knuckles and everything. You can see where the axle is right in the front. It's the first front wheel drive car. Got a big inline straight 8 engine. Jump on this side. It's a really nice deep green color with a black top. Great looking car. Oh boy, it's even got a trailer hitch on it, receiver hitch on the back. This one's a 1931. Must be one of the show cars. I don't see any information. It is an L29. There's all your information on it. If you want to read any of that, you can pause on that. Great looking car though. Well, we got quite a few little toys and stuff here. Little Tootsie Toys. Cans, advertising cans. Look at the Champion spark plug piece. That's a nice one there. 700 on that. There's an old school golf cart there. It's a Pargo. And we got an all steel 32 3-window there. It looks like 80 grand on that. 1,800 on the Pargo. Runs great. This is cool too. This lawn tractor, or garden tractor. That's pretty wild. Good looking little garden tractor there. Got another couple on there. There's a Lincoln Zephyr there. Coupe, but I don't see any information on there as far as who to contact or anything. Yeah, we got all kinds of different toys and carburetors here. Here's the guy's number. Not sure if that's the guy that had the cars or not. Might be. A Dodge Ram there. And across the aisle looks like we have a Brewster. Got some other pieces and parts on this table. Got a mannequin here. This is a 1934 Brewster. Barn find convertible sedan. There's all your information. And there's your little flathead Ford with a Stromberg 97 on it.
It's a cool British battle. It's the Battle of Brooklyn. Nobody.
Pretty cool. You don't see too many Brewsters that are like that in barn find condition. Here comes a nice early Peerless. That's a pretty impressive car right there. That thing's a real monster. Right-hand drive, great looking car. And like most of these swap meets, you got a guy that sells all the tools and stuff, which comes in handy if you need something, you got to work on something or whatever. We got some trip lights here. That pair is $900, that pair is $1,100. Those are really nice. I believe those are Newell stock. They're really nice with the crinkle finish paint on them. Really nice pair there. Got some Auburn parts. And look at their little signage here. The Dodge Ram up on there. We've seen a lot of advertising here. There's some more in here. Goodwill soap. There's no prices on any of these, but we'll just do a quick pan over. I like the Never Fail feeds. That's a cool sign. Some of the people that have the stuff, they're just not wanting to put prices on there for whatever reason. I don't know. Because it seems like you'd want to put a price on there to know if the guys that are asking. Otherwise, you just got to answer 10 million questions. If they see the price, they know they're already semi-interested. But if you don't, you get all kinds of people asking you on stuff that wouldn't pay you 1/10 of what it's worth. Some flathead stuff there. Well, this guy's got all kinds of really nice bikes. Gotta love these Streamliners. It's a good looking one there. That's the Flying Cloud. Shelby Flying Cloud. Really valuable bike. Look at the detail to some of the stuff, all the Art Deco detail, even the neck. I mean, they made some really nice stuff back in the day. Shelbys were made in Shelby, Ohio. There's one called a Fleetwood. There's some really cool bikes there. Here's a Buick here. This one is an 1837 Buick Special. 40 grand on that one. There's all your information. Good looking, like older restoration looks like. And we got another Buick here. This one's a 1924 Touring. Got a Vermont plate on it. And this one is 15.5. Nice original car there. Been repainted at some point. And over here we got some side mount covers. 31 or 2 Chrysler, question mark. Some Hotmobile doors there. So if you're looking for early stuff, you're really going to get to Hershey, because this is about one of the only places you're going to come and buy it. Here's the guy's phone number there if you're looking for any of this stuff. Cadillac parts. Here's a 27 Cadillac grill shell. So he's got all kinds of cool stuff in there. Well, this guy's got some 32 Ford stuff. $350 on the 3-window reproduction dash there. Got a rear cross member there for 25 bucks. Cheap enough. Got some pitting on it. Look at all the speed equipment he's got here. Evans Head, Offenhauser. Just all kinds of different ones here. Houghton, Sullivan, Edelbrock, Wyman. Got a blower manifold back there for 600 bucks. 600 on that dual carb one back there. So he's got some cool stuff there. All speed equipment for flathead Fords. $50 on the monogram fog light.
Open them up, please. Not much left.
Bus Depot sign there for 300 bucks. And we'll jump over to this side. Got some motorbikes here. There's a Whizzer Sportsman 1951. Price on that $7,500. There's their phone number down in the corner. We got a 49 Powell, $87.50 on that one. Looks like all original paint, patina on that. Another one back there for $27.50. And we got a Honda 70 Deluxe here. This one is $27.50 as well. $2,800 on the big Texaco, $32.50 on the white trucks, $1,200 on the mobile. And we got a really nice early Cadillac, I believe. That one's a nice early Cadillac right there.
This is Garden.
Right-hand drive, got a New York plate on it. All kinds of brass goodies on it. Well, this is quite a selection in here. Look at the hood for a Marmon back there. It's interesting. 2 1/4 for the hood sides. Looks like a Power Wagon hood right there, the red one. World War II Power Wagon, $140 on that. Packard grill there, make a good wall hanger, $40. Look at the Willys hood there, 4 1/4 on that. Seems cheap enough. But pretty hard to come by. Oh, we got a Volkswagen bus coming through here. An old camper van. Hippie van, look at all the stickers in the back. And over here we got all kinds of paperwork, magazines, and old automotive papers and magazines in there. Over here we got a bunch of emblems, miscellaneous stuff. How you doing?
Hey.
Good. Plymouth Road ornament there, $25. Look at all the nice Chevy hubcaps. They're all in nice condition. $45 to $80 depending on what they are. We got $5 license plates there, wall hanger plates. $100 on the vending machine there, made in LA it says. We got the Tonka aerial sand loader there for $65. Now we got some early 60s Bennett gas pump faces there, $400 for the pair. And we got a cool tandem bike here with a big spring-loaded front on it. It has a European look to it. It's pretty wild. Really heavy built. Well, here's a friend of ours, Paul. He gets all kinds of antiques and fishing stuff. Got some boat motors here. This one's already sold. That's a wild one there. It's a pedal drive one. You got a seat up there and pedals back there, and you can pedal yourself around the water. And looks like he's got all kinds of signs and stuff here as well. Old Sturbridge. He comes from New England, so you're going to see a lot of stuff from that area. Look at the Turner Center condensed milk system there, $1,700 on that one. And he's got all kinds of fishing stuff and such. We'll show him how this works here.
Okay. You sit here.
Yep, sit there. You get a little backrest.
This goes on the transom of your boat.
Yep.
You spin it forward to go forward. You spin it backwards.
Oh, it goes
to go
bi-directional right
but
there.
How do you turn it if you have a fishing rod or a shotgun?
Yeah.
You lean over this way,
Oh, cool.
and then the motor changes.
So you just tilt the seat and it
Awesome.
changes direction. Really cool.
You sold it.
Yep.
Not
That
surprised.
one's gone. Well, we got a 1910 brass Model T there. That one looks like a show car probably. This guy's making tubing benders right there. Those are pretty nice. There's a 38 Ford truck grill. Get 2,000 on that one. I think that one's going to be a slow sell at that price. Good grill.
What's that?
Got 550 on that grill there. That's a little more like it. Old front cut off the truck. We got some 35 to 39. They got 40 on there, but it's actually 35 to 39 rear truck garnishes there for a Ford. Those are 100 1/4. 850 on the 36 grill. So we got some cool old Ford stuff here. All right, looks like we got all kinds of toys and stuff in here. Even got some jewelry in here. There's some things for women here too. There's clothing and jewelry here and there, you know. It's mostly an automotive swap meet, but you'll see the occasional other item. $98 on the 7-Up sign there. Look at these Jimmy Carter canes there, $35 a piece. They got a peanut on them. It says Carter 1976. $28 on the chicken there. Looks like a thread holder probably. Needle and thread holder. Here's a good truck there, $95 on that Tonka. That's a good deal for that one. It's the long rack body that you don't see as often. And we'll jump over to this side here. We got some Coca-Cola display here for $175, and all kinds of pedal cars on here. $275. Here's a Chrysler on the end for $675 on that one. And we got a $215 Pepsi thermometer there. Keystone truck there for $235. That's a ride-on. Pretty cool toy. $200 on the 44 dash there. It's been modified somewhat. 32 truck dash under there for $175. That's original paint. That's actually a pretty decent piece. And we got headlight bars, dropped headlight bars for 32s. And we got a 32 radiator grill shell there. It's been filled on the top and I cut the bottom off. But it's only $475, much cheaper than some of them. And we got some quarter panels here, 28.9 quarter panels for $450. Here's a Roadster dash rail there, needs some work for $120. 3031 Roadster dash. Well, over here they got all kinds of gas pump stuff, signage, all reproduction stuff, gas globes and all that. Kind of pan over here, get a cool railroad sign there. $800 for the railroad crossing, cast iron one. Some early brass lights over here. $2 1/4 on that one. $750 a pair. $1,500 a pair. Nice wrenches for the hub wheels. $100 1/4 a piece. Those are for the knock the hubcaps off them. Wire wheels, accessories. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of tachometers. Look at them all. Quite a collection of tachs in there. All varying prices, $300, $350 in that range on that case. That's nice carburetor assemblies here with the tri-carb setups there. That one's a Y block one for $5.50, the blue one. And we got some more signage and advertising here. $675 on that Coke sign right there. And got a nice fog light there.
They shipped it over there for
that one is, I don't know, I guess it's $40 is what it says. Get some Model A parts over this way. It's got dash rails, windshield frame, Roadster dash there for $200.
She weighs about this much.
Bring me the money and I'll give it to him. All right, thank you.
Jump ahead here a ways. Got a nice trunk right there. Nice all steel trunk.
Yeah, we're used to it.
Look at this guy's cart here. It's an electric cart. It's kind of wild. Stand on the back of it like a factory cart, but he's driving around here getting his stuff. And this guy's Mr. Mopar. He's got all kinds of Mopar stuff. Look at the Valiant Lancer set for a 4-door, $100 for the whole set. Door panels.
The same guy picks up.
But he's got all kinds of Mopar stuff here, mostly 40s to 60s it looks like. A little bit before and after that, but that's what most of it is. This guy's got all kinds of toys and stuff over here. Just gonna pan around to show you some of the stuff. I did buy that 99 sign. I got that on the wagon there. All kinds of trim and stuff on that side. Looks like a few bicycles up there. This guy's got all kinds of toys in here. Little Tonka dump truck there for $175. Another Tonka dump truck here, $190 on that one. That's a 57 with the hood scoop. Notice the other one did not have the hood scoop, so that was a couple years older. A year or two older, I should say. Yeah, I guess those are probably Corvette hoods there. It looks like 65 Vet hood. That looks like a big block one on that side. And these are the bicycles here. This one's a roll fast. We got one like that the other day. somewhere at a swap meet or something, but it's a lot cleaner than that one. That one's been left outside of what rusted up the fenders and stuff. All kinds of little wagons here. 120 on the bottom, 50 in the middle, and 80 on the top. Little child's wagons. Got a bunch more toys over here. 125 on the auto hauler, Structo. 135 on this equipment mover. There's a good little airflow there. That's a Kingsbury airflow made in Keene, New Hampshire. And we got a fire siren there, 275. That one's kind of cool with these little pieces on the side, little grill work. Well, this guy's got all kinds of ignition parts. Here, normal stock ignition stuff. Delco Remy. This one's even a Packard parts, it says on it. Fully functional spark ignition. Look at that, 1,500 bucks. Little scale model engine. That's pretty cool. In a case, 1,500 bucks on it.
I'll put it all in the truck.
All kinds of distributors and
You should be swimming.
ignition parts.
Near water.
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
K member of it, a 32 Ford frame there for 4.25. Brookville dash for 250. There's some 32 drops for the steering column. Kind of funny on that 32 column drop. We sold one on eBay the other day, and the guy was whining that it was, you know, he needed to work on it. We sold it as is, you know. Key broke off and the thing all advertised as such, but then he's whining that it doesn't work. It's kind of funny. 400 on the Whizzer motor. All kinds of Buick parts there. Well, I've seen some metal art around, but not quite of this quality. This guy does a really impressive job here.
I heard some guy who said, yeah, my dad told me if I had my car painted
13 grand on that one.
brakes and paint would
Well, look at the stuff with the like the octopus legs there. 300 on those. That one's pretty wild too. Seahorse. I don't see his information there, but got some really nicely made stuff there.
Yeah, how do you like it?
More artistic or more ability in making the things that I've seen in most of those kinds of things. Seen a lot of that stuff, you know, making stuff out of bolts and old parts and pieces, but it's usually not to that quality. Some nice quarter trim pieces here. 57 Cadillac, 900 for the pair. 495 on the 57 Caddy fender. This guy's got some clutch transmission lining bands here. Wherever. I'll show you his card here. If you're looking for working on your Model T transmission right there. Well, we got all kinds of little pieces and parts on there. Some Model T stuff. Some coil boxes. Look at the nice column there. 13-14 column. The brass end on it. 800 on that. Some nice early Model T lights there with the brass trim on them. Mostly Model T stuff in there. And 100 bucks a piece on the bottles. And we get more Model A stuff. There's a nice early Model T little pickup there, roadster pickup basically. And looks like he's got a 32 Ford, all Henry Ford steel roadster right there, 55,000. I don't see any phone number on there, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd show you that. And it looks like we've got a Model A firewall over here and a 32 firewall. Elite 31 tank for 450, nice and clean. There's your 32 firewall there. And there's some more Ford flathead performance stuff there. That's more of a stock manifold there, intake. 100 bucks on that. 2.25 on the 2 carb one. 300 on the triple carb one. 40 bucks on the single, 60 bucks on the pair, 39 taillights. It's got a nice Kendall clock there too. That one's $22.50. And the barber pole there is $1,200. There's some hot rod stuff up in here. $650 on the 32 firewall back there. This looks like some DeSoto bumpers under there. I don't see the price on $500 a pair. So those are on the DeSoto bumpers back there. And we got the Cadillac LaSalle Club here. There's a 1934 LaSalle there. CadillacLaSalleClub.org. So if you're into caddies and LaSalles, whenever you're into earlier cars, it's great to become part of the clubs or, you know, join the online pages and all that so you can see information on them, get parts easier from people with similar stuff or similar interests. These are kind of cool, all the 70s looking van or custom vehicle license plates and mud flaps.
The only thing is, it never seemed to dry.
All kinds of street lights up in here. 100 and a quarter, 150 on those over there. These are all plastic, more modern, 100 and a quarter there. And we got a few back there. Look at the Jeep top there for 100 and a quarter, folding top. And we got a Model A coupe here. This one's a 31 for 18.5. I'll show you the phone number on the other side. Got the rumble seat, spare tire in the back.
I'll see you somewhere. Well, you're going to be on the show field with that.
There's their phone number right there.
tan car. The what? The tan.
This guy's got a cool 70s Dodge van there he's using as his flea market mobile.
I've had a bunch of those.
Got some nice old bikes here. It's an older one here, $1,200 with the tool tank on it. Yeah, it's got a horse on there. I'm not sure exactly what the brand of that is. I couldn't quite read it. Yeah, we got some helmets, vintage helmets, all kinds of vintage models. There's a Mark's Auto Hauler there for $65.
No. And I thought they were lapel badges. And the enamel ones.
This is a cool piece here. This is a
I got a black and white
yard.
Delaware, but it's not the ceramic.
It's the amusement park near Pittsburgh, 1950s and 60s. I don't know that it's
Bent, but I
necessarily 650, includes 40 feet of track, but I think you could just get those to use in your yard. Maybe that was an amusement park, but I don't think it really required that. I believe you could buy those for your backyard train, basically. These are Cabriolet, Model A Cabriolet. That's the Model A Club right there. And over here we got a Willys, and looks like a little American Bantam there. A little Roadster in the back. Here's the Willys. This one is $23.5 buys it. See if we can show you the phone number there. Kind of hard to see there, but we'll get at it from this side because there's probably going to be some people interested in it. There's the phone number right there. Good looking Willys right there. 4-door. Here's the Model A for $4,500. We'll show you the sign there with the, there's all the phone number and stuff. But it looks like he's got a bunch of the parts and pieces with it, fenders and doors and stuff. There's a deck lid there. From what I can see, maybe there's more to it, I don't know. And over here we got a Ford Crown Vic. This one's a 1956. Great looking car. These are nice cars right here. Let's see. There's your phone number and stuff. I don't know if there's a price on it. We'll see. I'll try to catch this. Yeah, $24.5 on that. It's hard to see that sign because it's flapping around in the breeze there. But anyway, if you're interested, you can give them a ring there and ask them all about it. Well, this is the third gen automotive. They do all the early Ford parts. Got a 35 Ford truck grill up there hanging from the rafters for $2,200. Nice original one. Their display is not as big as it used to be here. It used to have a lot more stuff here. There's some Ford pickup running boards here, 33 or 4. Yep, $750 on the pair. But anyway, that's third gen automotive if you're interested in early Ford stuff. This is all Mopar stuff here. All kinds of new all stock Mopar. Mostly 70s and 80s stuff, I guess. All kinds of it, all organized here. Part numbers on them. Look at all the catalogs and stuff. Chrysler one there with all the deluxe stuff, all the colors and interior samples in it. And I got a nice little square body Dodge driving here. Now we got a little race car midget racer in there. We got the engine for one with the transmission right there. And looks like they have a racing expo. Some sort of little racing show. That's where you call. It's in New Jersey. Now we got some for sale here from Massachusetts. 67 Corvette right there. You can see their phone number there. 32 Ford. And a 55 or 6, looks like a 55, maybe Bel Air Nomad. Got what's left of a Cadillac pedal car there, body for 200 bucks. And we have a sea of toys here. Look at them all. All kinds of little toys here on this side. There's a Kingsbury truck in the back there. Structo auto hauler down there.
No, I didn't hear. 220. And it's a time clock, right? Time clock here.
And we got more toys on this side as well. Got some big pressed steel trucks. They all got their tags flapping in the breeze here. The Buddy L Express Line 900. This one looks like a Turner, maybe 275. Anyway, all kinds of cool pressed steel trucks there. Hi. And we got a lot of advertising signs and stuff, cans and everything in this booth. Let's see what this one is. $3.25 on that light up sign right there. Look at these. Riverside Phono. It's a record player, $5.50. So that'd actually be a record player that you could put into your car. You think that would skip anyone you hit a bump? I bet those would be difficult to use. Probably why they didn't do them for too often. 1 1/4 on the Texaco fire helmet in the box. Now we got some early bicycles here. These are high wheelers. This one is 6600 with a 50-inch wheel.
I would do
Tire
4
setter.
and 35.
This is for doing the tires on them, I guess. 185 on that.
If you wanted to sell it again, you wouldn't have a hard time getting it out of it.
This one is 4500. That's a pretty good patina bike there.
And these pedals are wrong. They're accurate reproductions.
This one is 1886.
Oh, I mean, I have a lot of bikes.
2700 on that.
When I get a bike without
Pretty
pedals,
cool.
you kind of have to. Yeah.
Model A parts. Got a pair of Roadster doors there. Need some TLC for 400 for the pair. Well, over here we got a Packard here. This is a 1917 Packard, and that was 85,000. It's a twin 6 touring car, and that one's already sold. Great looking car right there. Well, we got some good early cars here. This one's already sold. This was a 1905 Stanley Steamer. And we got a Cadillac on this side. Good looking caddy right here.
I think I've got.
POR. Not sure what that means. And we got a Daimler. It's got a night sleeve valve engine. That's pretty wild. Look at all the wood in this too. Lots of wood in that body. That whole side of that body is wood, and they flip up a mother-in-law seat in the back. A spare gas can there on the back. And we got a Knox here. This is a tricycle. Basically got a stationary engine on there. There's some of the information on it. So I don't know if these are for sale or what. You think they'd want to have some of their information on them. Here's a 1907 Stanley here. Another steam car. Another one here. This is a real nice one here. Another Stanley steamer. Good looking with all brass all over it. These are all really early cars. This one here is a 1909 Stanley. This one's got a great patina to it. And we got another Stanley here on the end. So this one finally has a price, 150 grand on that one. I'll show you the phone number. It says call Ted. So if there's any interest in any of those, you can probably get a hold of him on there. There's the information. This one's all really nicely restored, high-end restoration on that. And here's some of those Presto Light acetylene deals here. These are what work the headlights and the parking lights and stuff. Well, I guess this one has electric cowl lights, but the headlights are carbide, and that's what would work that. So that's how those are operated. Really nice car. Well, under the tent here, this guy's got a bunch of license plates. I mean, they're all up in there. There's thousands of them. Get under there where you can see them a little bit, where the camera can focus out of the light. You can see there's just trays and trays of them, all kinds of them. Got some nice ones out here. 1910 Pennsylvania dealer. Look at these 3-digit. There's a pair of those. Got some nice stuff. And we got a Studebaker Advanti here. This one is 42,000 miles, 52,000 crossed out, 39,500 crossed out. 215-816-1861 is the phone number. But this is the real deal here, not a later Advanti 2 or something. This is the real Advanti right there. And it's got the supercharged engine there. So that's quite a car, really. Notice the skinny battery on one of those. Yeah, this guy, you can see the name on the side of the van there, Dan Davis, phone number. He's always got this truck full of stuff, and he's got some amazing toys, like really nice condition. Look at the Model 8 trunk lid there, Newell stock it says. But he has all kinds of really nice stuff, high-end toys and stuff. If you want to get a hold of them, you can. But make sure you got your wallet with you, because that's going to be some pricey stuff right there. And we're just going to scoot down this stuff. There's all kinds of miscellaneous parts and pieces here. 51.2 Chevy gauges there, 175. 35 Chevy Speedo there, 75 bucks. Good looking guide spotlight there for 350. Real nice clean one. Got a bunch of spotlights there, mostly guide GM ones. Radio there. 53 Ford Chevy. That one is 150 with the speaker. And we got a visor for 100 bucks. It's on the rougher side. And let's get some old signs here. Beverage Depot. This is 450 on that. 75 on the jet ski, Kawasaki. And look at this racing bike. That's wild, huh? How'd you like to take a cruise on that one? Be a little scary, get that out on the drag track. I'm on loan to the museum. It was on a motorcycle museum, now it's out here. Well, here's Iron Trap Garage. We caught them over at Carlisle as well. They have all kinds of early Ford stuff. We'll show you here in a second. $1,000 on the 32 quarter panel there, what's left of it. Got some Ford convertible doors back there. But anyway, you catch them online, and they're also on YouTube and everything, so you can find them on there. And I'm sure most of you guys have already seen them. That's Iron Trap Garage. And over here we got all kinds of Model T stuff. Model T and A, T and A, 09 to 31. See if there's a business name on this deal here. Right over here, Smith & Jones. There you go, Model T and A stuff right there. Couple banana seat bikes. Schwinn's. Grape Crate. Got some bicycle parts there. Looks like a Chevy hood right there. No prices on that stuff. Got some reproduction 32 parts over there, 32 frames and chassis parts.
Rear fin is at 30 59 Dodge we saw the redneck rumble
Doesn't take a long time.
Yeah.
We got a 33 two-door there, passenger door. We saw one over there. Now here's another one. Got a little Model A cabriolet driving by here. Good looking one there. Sounds good. Guy's just cruising in his car.
Okay. You can go.
And over this way we got a 28 Buick Country Club. This one is 11.9. Looks like a pretty decent car. This one's got the golf bag door as well. Got my little root beer float there. There's all your information on that one if you want to get hold of them. Looks like a good original interior. Get on the other side here. Got a conventional trunk, no rumble seat. Kind of a sport coupe looking thing with Landau bars on it. This looks like a good original car. I'll just kind of pan around this stuff. Look at the windshield frame here, $1,500 on that from Accord. And here's the garnishes from Accord there. If you need those, try finding those. $100 for the set. Difficult item to find if you really need them. There aren't too many people parting out cords anymore. And we've got a 26 Model T little roadster pickup here. 10.5 is the price. There's their phone number right there. And we got our earlier Model T brass arrow there. That's not for sale. Here's a good tailgate there. That's a hard one to come by. I think that's for the unibody cab there for the Ford. $375 on that. Oh, here's another Whizzer. $875 on that one. There's another one of those. I think they call these a Yardbird. See, that's the guy was saying that was out of a amusement park, but that's $500 on that one. Got a little bit of track with it. And he's got some pedal cars here. $250 on the Fire Chief. 34 Buick hood there. Really nice little airflow. Steelcraft. That's $5,000 on that. Got some Ford headlights there. 35 Ford. They say 35 or 6, but they're 35 only. $300 for the pair. Bunch of paper here, literature and stuff.
Close to where I am now, but
And this guy over here has 36 Chevy truck parts. Got some doors there, 2 1/4 on one. Got the hood there. All kinds of different pieces and parts. Got some running boards. You can hear somebody talking in a foreign language there. $200 on the complete hood. Inner door panels. And we got some old Coke machines. There's $175 on that one there. This one here is already sold, the better looking style. Look at the frosty decal on that one. Now we got some more modern Cadillac wheels there. 2 1/4 for the set, 1 1/4 on the grill. Got some reproduction signs. So you do see, you know, this is one of the best swap meets in the country, quality-wise. Lots of nice early car parts, stuff that you don't see anywhere else. There's some other swap meets that are similar in size, but not similar in quality. But you do see some lesser stuff here as well, so it's kind of a mix. Nice early EMF there. My hood ornament in the wagon. Got some Ford dashes here. Shoebox Ford. Here's like a 46 or so. And we got Salty Dog Museum here. Engine shop rebuilders. So if you're looking to rebuild some engines, there's the card right there. Right in Ohio. Looks like they do a good job with all the engine rebuilding there. This is cool. These are a little accessory, the stoplight, you know, when you step on the brake it turns red and stuff. Put that in the back window, $55. There's a Model A tail pan, I believe, $25 on that. There's some Studebaker Newell stock. Studebaker shocks back there in the box. Something you don't see too often. $100 on the generators. Look like they're all rebuilt there. Look at these cars for sale on here. 53 Mercury. That one is $25,000. Looks like a 2-door hardtop. Here's a 3-window Ford there, $65,000. Got a 40 Ford there. 29 Model A and another 32 5-window. So you can catch them on that number there. if you're interested in anything. And here's the same guy, Casey Miller. 25 TT truck right there. That one's for sale as well. Runs and drives. Look at the bicycle stand there. That's pretty cool. Gompy's bicycle stand. And we got an orange crate on top. And look over here. We got a Coulson tandem bike there. 2,500 on that one. Got a good looking Gulf sign there. 450 on that one. There's another early bicycle here. This one's called an Erie. And it's made in New York. 4.25 on that one. All kinds of different mechanical parts, spotlights. There's a truck mirror back there. These kind of piles, you just got to look all through them and see what you can find, because there's usually some of them you can find something that you need, you know, or want. I shouldn't say we need it. We don't need anything, do we, except for air and water. These are quite the gloves here. They look like bearskin. Yep, bearskin, $100. Got some nice early brass lights here, all polished up. 1,000 on that pair up there. And we got some tires here. $200 for a set of those Lester tires. And we got all kinds of Buick stuff over here.
Now the pressure's off.
Looks like a Buick banjo wheel there. $250 on that one with the horn ring. John Deere pedal tractor there. $275 with the trailer. Some Cadillac hubcaps in there. Got all kinds of Model T stuff in there. There's some Buick wooden wheels. These guys wanted 35.6 top irons for Ford. Got all kinds of Stromberg carburetors here, anywhere from 100 to 125. And we got a pair of doors there, 600 for the pair. From Colorado, it says, the good solid ones.
Now this has a different, I'm sorry.
Sure, no, it's no problem. That's for the little 60 horse, the little 81 model.
Yeah.
Good carburetor.
This is the one that came with the V8.
120 on the big sled, 135 on the smaller one. Well, if you guys want to make a Ghostbuster mobile, here you go. It's a different year, but it's pretty close. It's 1960 Superior ambulance. We also did a video on the history of the Superior company. You can check that out. It's one of our older videos if you want to. But it's just, I mean, as you can see, there's this endless, look at all the bumpers in that. The DNR Chrome from California, that pickup's just full of bumpers. But as you can see, it's just seas and seas of stuff. So if you're working on early cars, this is a must do here. And I think anybody should come here, whether you're buying or selling. If you're selling stuff, bring some stuff out here and sell it. Have some fun, make some money. If you're buying stuff, this is going to be on the bucket list for anybody, really. It's a great place, and we really like to see it keep going. It's been going for 70 years now. We got another little Model T here. This is a brass one, 1914, 23 grand on that one. Full restoration, AACA winner right there. Really nicely restored with a woody wagon body on it. There's a little Model A Speedster going by. That one sounds real good. I heard that one going through earlier. I don't know if you can see it very well because there's a bunch of people in the way. Maybe I can jump over to this side and show you. It's really a good sounding Model A. Jump over here. Here we go. There it goes. Got the monocle windshield. Oh, we got all kinds of cool stuff in here. There he goes again, coming around this side. Look at the Mack truck bookends there, cast iron bookends with the AC Mack. Oh, we got a traffic jam here. Look, another early one here. I think that was a Pope Hartford, maybe. I'm not positive on that one. This guy's having way too much fun with that one. We have a great assortment of stuff in this booth. All kinds of good antiques and collectibles. $30 on the Eastern States can. Look at the Hanley's beer tray. That's a nice one. Not sure what this is. Fine cutlery. It's a trade sign with a knife on either end. Folding pocket knife. That's a cool piece. Well, now I really gotta watch. Look at this. They're gonna tow this little electric cart here. They got a little Chinese 2-inch strap, and they're gonna tow the electric cart that must have run out of battery. Nice looking Franklin here. This is a restoration shop advertising their services here, and that is a dynamite car. Look at that. Great looking Franklin. Here he goes. He's not even going to tie it to it. He's just going to hold on to the. He's going to hold on to the strap. Oh, he's got the brake on or something maybe. Let's see. There he goes. Okay.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
There they go. That's some of the entertainment at Hershey. Oh, here he goes. Oh boy. This looks a little scary. There he goes. And we got more Model A stuff. Here's some 32 stuff as well. 32 fenders, $100 for 3. It says rough ones. Neat patching along the outer bead. 2 1/4 on the 31 grill. Got a 31 two-door door behind it. 75 each on the 16-inch wheels and tires. Well, just kind of pan along here. Got $150 on the hot rod headlights. Those are BLCs, seal beam. Good for your hot rod. Looks like a Packard maybe. 120 coupe taillight. And we got a Model A up here. We'll go check it out. Looks like we had a Corvette over on this side under the cover there, but they got that one covered up. Here's the Model A carb shed here. You can catch a hold of them right there. Need to rebuild carbs or anything. And that one is not for sale. Their little two-door that they drive. So hopefully that one's all tuned up with a good carburetor on it. Just keep scanning along here. We've got all kinds of automotive advertising. There's paint chips up there. There's all the vintage keychains there with all the different manufacturers on them. Fender covers there. $8 a piece. This is a cool Buick sign here. 3,200 on that one. Valve and head. And it probably had the name of the dealership on the bottom, but that kind of rusted off somehow. Here's one of my favorite little Marx toys there. That one's $9.50 though. A little above my pay grade. It's a nice one. It's that Sinclair. It's made to look like a Studebaker cab over truck. And it is a good piece. 32 Woody wagon, station wagon. There's gutters there. There's a guy's number there. That's what he's selling apparently, is Woody gutters. He's got all kinds of cool stuff in here. Just gonna check out this. Looks like a styling model here, kind of a futuristic styling model. And it's only one side of the car. That's really neat there. That's 1500 design model they're calling it. I don't know if it's got anything on the back of it or not. No, just hollow on the back. Really cool piece though. Look at all the travel decals here too. $10 a piece. All different states. Nice Buddy L right there. That one is $9.75. Well, and here we got some nice cars. Here's a GTO. There's a Buick Woody wagon over on the other side. Got a Model T, like a C-cab panel truck there. This is the America's Transportation Experience. That's all the information on that stuff there, I guess. That's 1913 Ford there. Over on this side, we got a couple that were, well, this one was for sale. This is a 36 Cabriolet.
Oh, that's from...
And I don't know if I can read the price. Looked like 36 grand maybe, somewhere around there. Good looking 36 Cabriolet. And over here we got a 35 Chevy Master Coupe. This one is $26,500. And there's their information, 74,000 miles. Looks like it's been all restored, new interior and stuff. And got the rumble seat back there. A good looking Chevy. And we we got all kinds of stuff across the aisle here. Pontiac grill there. Some bikes, scooters and stuff back there. That's kind of an interesting one. $21.50 on that one. There's a nice grill guard there. Big heavy truck grill guard. And we got $800 on the Lancer pedal car. That's the one that they like to paint up like a 56 Chevy. One of those little Harley bikes. I had one of those a couple years ago. I sold out this way. Just gonna check out what the 32 grill is here. Patina grill. That one is $1,200. $1,200 on that one. Nice steering knobs there. $65 a piece on those. Yeah, I get steering knobs. All kinds of good stuff in there. Well, we got another Mr. Mopar here. Look at the little Cerro Scotty. That's a cool little camper. This guy's got all kinds of stuff up in here. He's got quite a bit of guide stuff. GM stuff here as well. Right there, rear fender guides. 56 Chevy, 400 new all stock. But he's got the Mopar sign, and he's got a bunch of Mopar parts over here. They're starting to cover stuff up with plastic there for the night for some reason. It's kind of funny. It always amazes me that, you know, people wait all year to come to a place like this, so then they can't wait to close up at night and stuff, or leave early. It's like you think you'd want to be here as long as you could. 'Cause all you're doing is waiting until next year. But they'll be back at it again tomorrow here. Tomorrow is like the last main day here. That one says 40 Dodge question mark, $120. Looks like a 4-door front door. $2,200 on the Fleetwing gasoline. It's a porcelain sign. $850 on the Whippet. Yeah, we got White Rose there for $750 on that one. $3,200 on the blue Sunoco pump. Kind of an interesting little Jeep there. Mini for sale, mini Beep. It's called $2,400. It's a plywood one apparently, all made out of plywood. It's not a Jeep, it's a Beep. And we got all kinds of fenders here. 49 Buick, 41 Pontiac. These are $900 a pair, new old stock. 39 Chrysler. Good looking rear mount trunk here. 35 Chevy question mark, $400 on that. And fitting my collection, 40 minutes from Hershey right there. 78 Fiat. There's their phone number, Fred. Another one there. We got a Mercedes in the bottom. Porsche stuff there. Over here we got a 53 Ford Continental kit, accessory Continental kit. $1,100 on that. Looks like he's got a lot of Volkswagen stuff there as well. Volkswagen and Porsche. 78 Fiat here. 34.5 on that one, same guy. That one's all nicely restored. And we'll jump ahead here a ways. Some Model A parts there. Manifolds there for $15. Cheap enough if you need them. Got some Jeep truck hubcaps here. $30 each. Now we got a sedan delivery there, 48 Chevy. 13,000. There's all your information on that one. Don't see any phone number on it. Vintage pipe bender tool there, tripod deal. Yeah, we got all kinds of miscellaneous stuff in here. Looks like this guy's had a busy day selling. They're chilling out for now. Look at the Model A hot rod over here with a 32 grill on it. Nice looking chop top. Got the flathead motor. A couple Strombergs up on there. 8BA. Don't see any information on that one. Over on the other side we got all kinds of signage and gas pumps over here. Some reproduction, some real back in there. $21.50 on the pump here on the right. $17.50 on the light pole there. Mostly reproduction there. A few old ones on the back wall there. We'll have to get some cool stuff. That one's already sold. Well, as you can see, this guy's got seas and seas of stuff here. Look at all the taillights here. It's all organized, you know, there's spotlights, headlights, hubcaps, you name it. He's got all kinds of stuff here. Quite a collection. 35 bucks on that little, no, 135. Okay, I was gonna say, boy, that one's cheap. This isn't bad here. 85 bucks for the Chevy glove box door. Good solid one. Ah, this is the piece I got earlier. 51 Plymouth, that's what it is. That's what I was wondering what it is. It's an ashtray deal. Now I know. Although I'm sure I could have asked my dad, he could have told me. He's really up on the 40s and 50s Mopar stuff. Quite a sea of stuff there. 7 1/4 on the early Federal hand crank fire siren there for a truck. And they got some vintage clothing and stuff over this way. Fine clothing for men and women. A lot of people come here and want the stuff of the vintage of the vehicles they're driving. Yeah, this is a buddy of ours from Maine here, Ryan. Got some toys and signs and stuff. That's a cool Coca-Cola sign there. These are kind of cool, these fog lights here. I don't know if those are Pioneer, one of those companies. Yeah, US Pioneer. I've had a few of those. They're kind of a square design. But he's got some cool stuff here. And over here we got some early Ford V8 stuff here. Got a Ford cab there. 1800 on that one. 32 Ford. Got what looks like a sedan delivery back here. Sedan delivery side panel there for $250. Probably a 35 or 6. Anyway, a lot of early Ford stuff there. Here's a Roadster or a front touring car door. 800 bucks, 35 6 Ford. Now we got some more flathead stuff here. 75 a pair on the heads. 85 on the brake parts right there, cabinet. Oh, and we got some cars here for sale from South Carolina. There's the guy's phone number right there. And we did buy the Coke sign from our buddy Ryan from Maine there, so that's going to go back to South Dakota all the way from Maine. Make a cross-country trip. This guy's got a lot of Ford stuff here. Got a 40 Ford grill there, real nice one, 1,500 bucks. Look at the new old stock 38 Ford undergrill pan there, 50 bucks. And we got some hood hinges there, new old stock 51 Ford, 150 on the pair. Those are for Ford car, shoebox car. These are cool here, 49 Olds. Futurematic, 650 on the pair, big trim pieces. These are cool too, these fin covers here. Let's see, those are Oldsmobile, 2 1/4 for the pair. Now we're going to finish it up in this area here. Like I said, we're going to show you what we got after this. There's the phone number and stuff. Cool looking early Chevy, 1916. But this will do it for us in the Chocolate Field North. And so just stay tuned for a few minutes and we'll show you what we got. We got to get back to the booth, spread it all out. Hi folks, as promised, we're going to show you what we got. And this is the Chocolate Field North here at Hershey. So we got some cool stuff here. We got a set of 5 of those Firestone tires. Those are 716-inch Firestones with the wide white walls. They're all in good shape. I got them reasonable to put on as a roller, but I just didn't want to put them all over here in the video. But there's 5 of those. We got these 2 sun visors here. This is kind of a cool one. I think this is, let's see, this one's Comet Sky Shield. Yep, that's what that one is. Nice kind of a waffle aluminum. And this is another accessory one. This one's adjustable in the center, similar to a Fulton. And this one is Casco is the company on that. So that's kind of cool looking, especially because of the adjustable part of it. It's a nice visor. Got some 41 Chevy coupe door garnishes here. And these things are really mint with the original paint. And even have some of the weather stripping there along the edge. Those things must have come off a low mileage car or something back in the day. We got another pair of door garnishes here. These are, guy had them out with a question mark on them. They kind of reminded me of 35 Ford truck, but then I noticed it's got a door lock hole there, so I don't know. We're gonna have to do a little figuring on those. I'm pretty sure they're truck, but not sure on exactly what make and model yet. We got this Coca-Cola sign from a friend of ours. He brought it down from Maine. It's dated 1956 down there in the corner. Pretty cool piece. We got this highway sign. I kind of like highway signs and stuff. We got a little Pennsylvania decal on the bottom. That's Highway 99. Apparently it's a newer highway, and it looks like it got a little damage, so they probably took it down. Or interstate, I should say, not highway. We bought this with somebody who didn't know what it was. I think it might be 51 Plymouth. Gonna have to do a little looking on that one. These two came with the Coca-Cola sign. They're US Pioneer. Kind of cool looking square shaped fog lights. And we got a 42 Cadillac hood ornament there, the Goddess hood ornament. And we got a LaSalle grill here. That's a nice piece right there. And this is an international truck, like a bigger series KB headlight bucket there. So that's all the stuff we got in that field. And you know, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you can. Give us thumbs up. Give us good comments. All those things are appreciated. And we'll catch you in the next round.